Two, one. Welcome back.
Yes, sir.
Welcome back, Sammy and Slim Nation. How y'all doing, man?
Yes, sir. Man, it feels good to be back on the pod.
It does. It genuinely feels great to be back, man. And we have a very special episode. Super pumped about these last couple weeks that's been happening with the Detroit football, man. But without further ado, man, before we start, I'm Sammy.
Yeah, I'm Slim.
Let's get this show rocking, man. Let's get this show rocking.
Bring it back. Especially back in the last couple weeks.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Bring it back. So, how you feeling, man?
I'm glad I'm wrong after Monday night. Preseason prediction. I had us losing this game.
Same.
And by golly, am I glad I was wrong.
Man.
You know what? I'm going to do this to me. I'm going to do this for myself. I'm going to call myself for that.
Dummy. Yeah. But no, man.
Fruit snacks, y'all. I got a game I got to ref.
No, but yeah, same exact prediction from my end as well. I thought we were cooked. I thought the game would be lower scoring. I thought that it would be a battle defensively, but I mean, hey,
it was more of an offensive show, to be honest.
Yeah, just an offensive.
Really both sides of the ball. It wasn't that one team.
Right.
I mean, we kind of took over in the fourth quarter. I mean, it was even. I'm looking at the stats right now, man. Or like the box score, we were neck and neck the whole first three quarters, the whole game up to that fourth quarter, and then we just took it over. And so,
for sure,
it was definitely high scoring. But
right. So we have a few things to talk about today because we missed week 2 action from our show, and let's take a step back to week 2, just super quick. 50 points, 50 burger on the board against Chicago Bears.
Good old Ben Johnson. Oh, sorry, got you.
And the fact that we just came in, dominated, showed our fourth.
Mm-hmm.
How much of a uplift was that for you, or for Lions fans seeing week 2 going to week 3? You would say.
I know we kind of talked about it beforehand, man, but the fact that we got to open up with 2 divisional games right off the bat,
right?
Kind of made me feel good about it. It was a nice little. I thought it was a nice way to start the season, no matter how you look at it. I mean, really, no matter how it shook out, whether we, won both, split like we did, or heck, even lost both of them. Which I'm glad we did it, but still, it felt good to hang a 50 piece on Caleb Williams.
50 burger.
Especially after all the things that have been said and. Oh, we're better. No, you clearly proved that you just got dog walked, or what's the other one? Oh, yeah, that's right. A little B to A action. Well, some slaps. Can you hear me at all?
Yeah, I hear you.
Okay, sweet. I just realized my mic thing wasn't down. So if you guys did not hear me, man, I feel stupid. But no, it felt good to do that. It felt good, to get that kind of a win, get old confidence booster back. Green Bay was going to be tough. Green Bay is always a tough game, no matter if it's home or away. And I'm glad we got that one right out of the way first. And it's not something that's going to happen, middle of the season. Get the ugly out of the way. Get the bad and ugly out of the way, and look forward to the rest of the season. No, I feel good, especially after this past Monday night, because I thought we were about to get dog walked and have this happen to us a little bit this week, but no, we did that to the Ravens. So it's crazy. First 3 weeks is the first time that's ever happened in his career where Derrick Henry had 3 fumbles, one in each of the first 3 games of the start of the season.
Man, yeah, and he was actually having a solid. He was actually having a solid game. He was doing pretty well during the game, and it just takes one turnover, one fumble to just change the whole outcome of a game.
Thank you,
I Exactly. Oh yeah. Oh yeah. But going back to week 2, I mean, I felt the same way. I didn't feel as confident going into Baltimore because I knew, okay, it's Chicago, it's the Bears. We're gonna blow them out. So I'm thinking
Right.
50-50, just like you said with the Packers. Like, going into Lambeau regardless is a tough situation to go into. So going
Right.
1-1 into Baltimore, I was still a little shaky. Like, I don't know how we really look. I don't know how our team overall,
Right.
offensive side, defensive side really looks. But like, just watching that game Monday night just made me realize how good we really are and how much improvement we've made just over a 3-week span.
I was going to say it was quick. My
Yeah,
biggest worry after
quick.
the first week against Green Bay was the offensive line. Just you're young and experienced.
Right.
Things got moved around. Frank Reich got retiring, all that stuff. We talked about it on the way to Canton, but for the Hall of Fame game. But yeah, that was one of my worries, and I was put to shame right away in the second week against Chicago. So
Right.
I'm glad I was wrong. I'm glad I don't have to. I mean, that's still a worry because I was the Bears, but I was definitely worried going into this past week too, or this game Monday night, and my doubts have been erased for the time being about that offensive line, and a standout. I didn't have it in my notes, but while we're talking and thinking about it, the standout for me has been Ratledge and Mahogany, those young offensive linemen.
They looked
And
great.
the fact
They looked great.
that
Yeah, they looked great Monday.
the fact that Ratledge is big boy, tall, huge, and can still get that kind of a leverage off a defensive lineman is nuts, in my opinion.
Yes. Yes. And
So
yeah, it's huge. Definitely.
I felt good. It felt good to get that kind of a bounce back win against Chicago. Built their confidence, and every facet of the ball, against Chicago is great. I got all these different notes and stuff. So no, we could dive into those notes, but just looking into it firsthand, happy.
Happy.
Can't
Happy.
complain.
Happy. Okay. So another question I've had, because I got a whole list, but I'm not gonna do every single one. I've so much to talk about, but we can keep doing this next couple of weeks. But like, so our biggest improvement, you would say, from the last technically 3 weeks now, going to week 4, what is our biggest improvement you would say from an overall team aspect?
Yeah. I mean, we kind of talked about it, but our offensive line is first thing.
Offensive line, yeah,
Because
that's amazing.
that was something we talked about, preseason going into Canton and before the Packers game. Like, what is our offensive line going to look like? Especially with Ragnar retiring, moving Glasgow around, and all these other pieces.
Right.
That was a worry. So I'd say over the last 3 weeks, the offensive line has been a big improvement, and it's not just one person; it's everybody across the board.
Right.
It's kind of stepped up, especially the young guys too. And so that makes me feel good about it, especially going into this week, this Sunday for a birthday against the Browns. God, I can't wait to take it.
That boy Slimmy birthday. Big Slimmy.
Deserved.
I never asked you. I never really asked you ever. How old are you turning this Sunday? Or Sunday?
Big old 33.
33, baby. Okay. Trace.
But no. Yeah, get back to business here and whatnot. I would say the offensive line has been one of my biggest ones that stood out. And then compared to another one too, it's going to be the defensive line. Compared, from the last 3 weeks. I'm trying to look at my notes here. We caused turnovers again in the last couple of weeks. The last 2 weeks, we've had no turnovers. We've caused them defensively. Our defense really has just stepped up and getting pressure against the quarterback. And that's from a lot of everybody across the board. But the one guy that stood out over the last 2 weeks is, and I'm not going to be able to pronounce his first name right off the bat, but Muhammad.
Muhammad. You're going to say Muhammad.
Yeah, I'm just going to say Muhammad. 1 sack last week, and then this past week, 2.5. And you shared that one. Shared that sack with Anzalone, if I'm looking at my notes here correctly. So he stood out. The whole defensive line really, but Muhammad has really stood out. And then Not really an improvement, but something that I've noticed, kind of noticed today, even looking at notes, kind of prepping. Um, Jack Campbell has been a consistent piece.
Yes.
So, the last 3 weeks, week 1, he had 10 tackles. Week 2, 8. Week 3, 8. He has been consistent. Regardless of what, the outcome of the game is and how, well or bad everybody's playing. He's been a consistent piece that has kept us in games and has made us competitive these last 2 weeks and, helped us bounce back after that week 1 loss. So, yeah, that's kind of what that's what I saw there. What you thinking?
Honestly, same exact thing. I would say our offensive line and also our defensive line. I think from previous years, we have definitely shown, like from this past game against a 2-time MVP quarterback, how to contain a running quarterback. Because over the years, we have had so many issues of containing a running quarterback. Like Geno Smith used to run over us. Patrick Mahomes had a game where he had a couple of good runs. Or like any mobile quarterback, we've always had issues with. But Anzalone, Derek Barnes, Jack Campbell show great contain, not over rushing, not just settling down, making sure they're keeping him contained in the pocket so he doesn't go out bust out for a 40-yard run in a touchdown. So I would say but for sure our linebackers.
Oh yeah, I got my notes ready for this past week too. That's one of my good things this week is that defensive pressure. So no, you hit it spot on there, my friend.
For sure, definitely. Here's my. You know what? We can say this question for today. This is my last question for you or both of us. Coaching wise, right? So we have Morton, Shepard, right? Is there any improvements? I'm like, okay, so understand this last Monday game was a big game for us. On all levels we were clicking. But do you think going on for the rest of the season, do you think we need any improvements? Do you think we need anything to change? Do you think everything is running its course? Like, what do you think as far as adjustments wise for the future?
I mean, we've been improving the last few weeks, started the season. We got a hard game out of the way right away, and so compared to week 1, the last 2 weeks, this Bears and Ravens, I think Kelvin Shepard especially has stepped up and it's kind of not molded, but like let's just say grew into his role as a defensive coordinator. First time he's been a defensive coach, played in the league, but in that position, kind of like a high level coach, for a big league team. Like I would say though, I don't know if there would be. I mean, there's always going to be improvements, right? There's always going to be things week in, week out that you got to improve on that just did not go well. That's fine. But overall, no, I don't think nothing big is standing out for me right now. Again, there's always going to be things to improve on week in, week out. But I think we keep the course that we're doing the last couple of weeks because he's really shown the last couple of weeks that we're going to be his style of play is going to be we're going to be aggressive, we're going to get after you, we're going to punch you in the mouth, and we're going to smile on your way down. So give them he's given them his own version of Dan Campbell's kneecap suit, in my opinion. So like right. I don't know if there's anything. I don't know if there's anything really I would change right now. Because they've answered all the big things from week 1, getting after the quarterback and trying to limit turnovers and penalty stupid stuff. I mean, penalties are still a worry, and that is one of my notes that I got for today. But no, I don't really see anything to change specifically.
I love it. And that's what I love to hear. I love hearing we don't need change. I love that. I do. But in my opinion, I still think we need more pass rush. I think we need to put more pressure on the quarterback for these next upcoming weeks, in my opinion. Now, I'm not saying full-on blitz, maybe an extra linebacker sent here and there, But
Yeah.
I feel like if we put pressure on these QBs, especially for the next 2 games for sure, because instantly we play the Browns. The week after that, we play the Bengals with 2 QBs who are 1, Cleveland, old man Flacco. Not gonna do that. Yeah. 2, Browns, Mr. Browning. If we continue to put pressure on the QB and force him to make fast, unsolicited throws, I feel like we'll be perfectly fine for these next 2 games. So.
Especially after what Cincy did this past week.
Oh, to the Vikings, though. The Vikings did that to him.
I'm okay with that because I put in Jordan Mason, one of my running backs, in bench.
See, this is what pissed me off. I had David Montgomery on my bench. I'm so mad about that. He gave 40 points.
This
left on my bench, and I lost fantasy this week.
Bro, this is the first time I've gone 3-0 in fantasy to start. I've been in the same league for like 10 plus years. I was about to crap an egg, and because he had Jared Goff as his quarterback, I had Lamar Jackson. Then I had Derrick Henry. Then I had Laporta and Jake. So I'm like, I might be SOL if Derrick Henry. No, thank you, Montgomery.
Montgomery was cooking.
Thank you, Jake.
Yeah, he had some big field goals.
I still put up at least 100, almost 140 in fantasy. So that's the first time I think I've ever been 3-0 to start the season.
Well, congratulations, Slim. I'm proud of you.
I'm feeling
good.
Good money.
You feeling good about that, huh? Yeah, that's what I need. See, I am 1-2. 1-2 this season. Mm-hmm. So just trying to figure it out with my team. So
felt bad too, weird because I had started, Lamar and Derrick Henry. I'm like, I hope they lose, but I hope we win, and I had mixed feelings.
See, that's why I hate fantasy football, and I also hate like a parlay or like putting down money on a game because you want the Lions to win, but you still want Derrick Henry to score a touchdown. You still want Lamar to get the yards, but you still want – it's just too much emotions going on. It's killing me. It's killing me.
Hey, I'm not complaining.
Yeah, it is what it is.
Good.
Definitely.
No, what about – yeah, I know. I like that answer. I still agree. There's never enough pressure against the QB.
Yeah.
Especially that's going to be – if we could do what we did – against the Ravens to, Flacco and the Browns.
Right.
Oh, that's going to be ugly.
That's going to be nasty. Mm-hmm. Going to be disgusting.
Really take them to the Super Bowl. I just made a bad joke. Crappy joke.
Terrible joke.
All right, but no. What about different? And we could go back to week 1 if you want. Let's talk about the last 2 weeks. Different game leaders, some highlights, things that stood out overall, both sides of the ball. What do you got?
I think Hutchinson has improved tremendously throughout the next 3 weeks. I think that's a big upside for sure. Offensive line obviously improved, which is great. Always good to see. I would say a huge standout. Jared Goff, he's been holding his poise for these last couple weeks. He's been the operator, he's been the machine, and he gets the job done. That's one thing I've always said about Jared Goff. He's not really a QB where you can just be like, okay, here's an offense, go out. He has to have weapons around him to be good, and he uses his weapons very well. He uses Jameer very well. He's a very smart quarterback. He's not trying to do anything out the way. He's not doing too much. He's simple. Keeps it simple, sticks to his playbook. That's what I love about Jared Goff because he doesn't get rattled. He just plays the game like he's supposed to. And a standout in these past 3 weeks, I mean, it's just been so this might sound cliche, but I feel like everyone has standed out in these past 3 weeks, from an improvement wise on both sides of the ball. So offensively, I say everybody's been playing. But okay, hold on, let me slow down. Everybody on the offensive end, yes. I wouldn't say everybody on the defensive end, right? I think, we're still having our issues with our fellow buddy Terrion.
I was about to say that too. Uh-oh. Are you there? Yo. Uh-oh.
There we go. We good?
Yeah, we're good.
Okay, yeah. But
There we go. We are back.
Okay, cool. But yeah, back to my point about Terrion, man. It just seems like no matter how much I want to put my faith in him, because I do, and he was a first round pick from Alabama. He's, and I understand he's probably putting the right reps in practice and probably worked all summer and did what he had to do. But it just seems like he just continuously gets burnt. Every time they throw to his side, someone catches the ball. Someone's butt naked open. And I'm not sure if it's the coverages or how he's playing, but it seems like he just gets exposed every single week. And it's like, is there anything we can do for him to help him out, to make him look better? Because even on the opposite side of the ball, TJ Reed, he's getting cooked on the plays too. So I'm not sure if it's the coverages or if it's how they're positioned, but overall, man, Terrion has not shown me any improvement since he got drafted, any type of promise since he got to the Lions. So yeah, so that's the only issue I have with Terrion, really.
No, and that's one thing I was going to talk about too. Is why not? We're just gonna do it right now. There's something I wanted to start today, and we'll make this quick because I don't have a lot of time. But excuse me, something new I want to start, and we'll just go over this past week, right? Let's talk about this past week. New little segment. I gotta pull up the video off of YouTube.
Okay.
We'll call it The Good, the Bad, and the Ugly.
The ugly. I can't hear nothing.
Oh no!
Yeah, I couldn't hear that.
No, please tell me that's a joke. Oh no!
I cannot hear anything.
Man, I'm gonna feel stupid if you can't hear. Oh no, that's bad.
Yeah,
all right.
I can't hear nothing.
So if that didn't work, we're gonna fix it for next week. But I just played the theme from an old Western movie called The Good, Bad, and Ugly.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't hear nothing. No.
So, oops. But the Good, Bad, and Ugly from this past week, if we want to just hit on those quick.
Yeah, sure.
Terrion Arnold is one of my uglies. Bad / uglies. I don't know. I agree. I don't know if there's any much improvement. I've seen he's getting blown in every coverage. He's, they're forcing him into penalties in situations where he's, going to be penalized, and it's bad. It's ugly. My goods has got to be, Jack Campbell, consistency, getting after the quarterback. And then I've been waiting for this all freaking day, all afternoon doing this one. The defensive pressure is one of my goods. It's 7 sacks total, right? Yeah. 2.5 from Muhammad. Campbell had 1. Barnes, Hutch, Anzalone had a half. He shared that one with Muhammad, and then Nowaski got 1, right? So I'm gonna do this 7 times, this sound bite for every single one of the sacks that we had. But
dummy, yeah. Dummy, yeah.
If you catch my drift,
get the drift.
Where I'm going with this.
Yeah. Dummy, yeah. Dummy.
Now we're up to 5.
Dummy, yeah.
One more. Maybe.
Dummy, yeah.
7 sacks, Lamar?
7 sacks.
You got like 7?
That's hard. That's hard to win a football game and get sacked 7 times.
Mm-hmm. And I saw a TikTok funny meme. I don't know if you saw it too, but this is I bet compliments of our friend Kevin Hart. I bet this is what Lamar was feeling after. Oh, come on.
I want to go home. I don't want to
I want to go home.
I want to go home.
He was a pain.
That defense too, you know, if that was Lamar, this is what our defense was saying to them, their offensive line over there.
Right. Yeah.
Learn
You're gonna learn
to.
today.
I stopped it right before that when I recorded that sound. If you catch my drift, if you know where that was about to go, but no, we got after Lamar. We made them look goofy. You know, I was happy. I was happy to see it.
I was very happy. Very happy to see it.
I don't know if you got anything else, man.
Man, I just want to say, man, yes, that's another thing I wanted to bring up. I want to make sure you bring the divisional board. Man, I'm super excited for the rest of this year, man. Super excited to see what we got going cooking, man. Yeah, I'm locked in. You locked in? Y'all locked in?
Yeah, sky's the limit after these last 2 weeks. You know, or 3. You know, I mean, we're only going to get better. There's things that we got to improve on both sides of the ball. There's always going to be something, and so I'm very hopeful for the next couple of weeks. You know, and for the rest of the season, see what happens, man.
Yes, sir.
But without further ado, to end, right? Got an updated board after week 3. Now, I'm going to get this one out of the way. The AFC West.
Mm-hmm.
And there is a 3-way tie for second, technically, off the wins-loss record. But if you want to go by overall points, different, different things that the, seedings and standings get, how they get sorted out and scored and all that. This brings me joy to show this.
Right.
Brings me joy, especially with one of our buddies, just Sean Bailey. First place, we got their Chargers.
Chargers look good, man. Chargers look really good.
Second place, you got the Raiders.
Mm.
Third place, we got the Broncos, which means last in the division.
Just a quick question for you. Do you think that will change by the end of the season?
Probably. I think.
Do you think Kansas City will be either 1 or 2 by the end of the season?
I would say most 2. At this point, after the first couple weeks, this might be a situation where I was wrong about that prediction preseason.
Right.
After these last couple weeks and seeing how the Chargers are how good they are right now.
They're good. Complete team. Complete. But yeah.
And I'm saying this loud enough because Bree's sitting over here on the couch in the living room, but good old Jim Harbaugh's got the Chargers playing really good right now.
They look great.
You need a stink eye as I'm saying it.
I love that, though. That's good.
But
yeah.
That brings me joy to report this and show the standings here. Again, it's going to change. They're definitely going to get their wins. And they're just older, past their prime. I honestly think the Chiefs are going to be 2.
2, for sure.
1. I don't know how 3 are going to go between the Raiders and Broncos.
Okay.
But that's kind of what I'm looking at.
Okay.
And the AFC South, the update.
That really stank, though. That stank so bad. That list is terrible. Listen. Whoever is letting the coach go through, Daniel Bartholomew Jones. Who's letting him go 3-0? Who's letting him go 3-0? Why they are cooking?
I don't know who they played either. That's the crazy part.
I really don't know. I have no idea. But who's letting Daniel Bartholomew Jones?
The surprises too. I had them finishing last.
It's still early, though. You remember? It's early, but I'm surprised, too. I thought the Titans or Texans would be, too. But
and here's
Colts,
this is another surprise.
That's crazy.
AFC North.
Yeah, I mean, Cleveland took a lot, but the Cleveland Browns beat the Packers. Appreciate the Browns.
That makes me happy. Yep. Yeah. Appreciate you, old man Flacco.
Yeah, appreciate that. But yeah, I'm surprised by that one too. as of right now.
AFC East, no surprise who's still at the
No
top.
surprise. That's how it's. This is everyone who's watching this right now. This is exactly how it's going to look for the rest of the season. So get used to this. This is the exact order it will be for the rest of the season. Tua, Butts, Justin Fields.
He's Hawk Tua. That's what teams are come on now. That's what teams are doing to Miami. They're giving Miami the Hawk Tua.
Miami's so bad, and Tua's bad too.
You know what?
Continue.
How about a hot take?
Hot take. What is it? Talk to us.
The next 0-16 team? Question mark? If there's a team that could happen to,
I think they will probably end up playing the Browns or the Jets, and they will probably have a dub. That's my opinion.
Yeah. I mean, we'll see.
We'll see.
But
we'll see.
All right, I gotta cook through the NFC here.
NFC, our division,
NFC West.
I don't see how San Francisco is still doing a thing, but they still doing it.
Pretty hurt.
Yeah, so I can see that for right now, for sure. Yeah.
I mean, again, it's early, but I can see LA still winning that division there.
Yeah, no question. Yeah, definitely.
But here's another surprise: the NFC South. Actually, no, not really a surprise.
Yeah, you could throw any of them teams in any spots, and I would care less which what position. Or I'll be like, okay, it's who cares. But the Buccaneers for sure is going to be number one. The Buccaneers are a good team.
All right, because it's right there. I'm going to go with the NFC North.
Okay.
Now there is a three-way again. Well, we aren't last place.
Right. Yeah, a three-way tie between us. I cannot wait to play the Packers again. I cannot wait to play the Vikings. But I really cannot wait to play the Packers again. That's a game I'm so ready to
get.
In
That's
Detroit.
Thanksgiving, ain't it?
Yes, it is Thanksgiving Day. Yeah. Yeah. So it's going to be even bigger. Yeah.
Oh, yes. All right. And last but not least, the NFC East. I don't think this is a surprise or would
Cowboys. Where them Cowboys at?
Let me just fix that right there. But they're not last. Giants.
I'll give you all that. Y'all Cowboys are not last. I'll give you all that.
Benched.
Yeah, it's just also what's his name is hurt too for the Commanders. Jane Daniels.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I don't know how this is gonna turn out for him.
But I think Philly runs with that division at this point.
Yeah, we all know that. We all know.
What? Nah, man. That's the updated standings board for the whole freaking league, my guy.
Yep.
The only big surprise standout that I see is the Colts in the AFC South.
Who's letting the Colts win?
No.
Who's letting the Colts win? That's all I ask.
Daniel Jones's buns.
Boots.
Everybody else in the league is like the Lions when we made Geno Smith look good when he was with Seattle. Like, come on now. Like,
facts. Big facts. All right, man. All right, y'all. Well, appreciate y'all, man. It's great to be back. Going into week 4, got Cleveland. I'm excited. Slimmy's excited. And, hey, let's all tune in, man. That's a great fan base. Let's keep supporting. Yeah. Let's keep biting kneecaps. Let's keep biting kneecaps. You know what I'm saying? So, again, I'm Sammy.
I'm Slim.
Have a great week, y'all. Catch y'all next week.